May 7th meeting of the Thousand Oaks Youth Commission is now called to order. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Bryman.
Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask Commissioner Stein to introduce item number...
Nope, roll call.
Okay, now we will now have roll call led by Staff Liaison Francine Spriegel.
Who's here first? Please say here present when I call your name. Commissioner Boyajian.
Here.
Commissioner Brousseau.
Here.
Commissioner Bryman.
Here.
Commissioner Cutler-Dye.
Here.
Commissioner Lederer. Commissioner Leone.
Here.
Commissioner George McGuigan.
Here.
Commissioner Jed McGuigan.
Here.
Commissioner Owens is absent. Commissioner Sauté.
Here.
Commissioner Schooley.
Here.
Commissioner Shao.
Here.
Commissioner Stein.
Here.
Adult Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
And Adult Commissioner Petrus.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we will move on to item number 4, the public comment section of our meeting. So I will ask Commissioner Stein to talk to us about that.
This is the portion in our meeting where we invite members of the public to state their concerns about youth-related issues in our city, or to present items for commission consideration. Are there any public comments at this time? There being none, let's move on.
Thank you, Commissioner Stein. So I will now like to turn the meeting over to Vice Chair Boyajian.
Hey everyone, so now is the time in our meeting in which we call upon people of the city and talk about volunteers throughout the city. So could I please call upon Commissioner Schooley to talk about the Teen Center, Commissioner McGuigan to talk about the Teen Center Advisory Council.
Thank you, Vice Chair Boyajian. Okay, spring is in full swing at the fabulous Teen Center. On Saturday, May 17th, we will hold our annual Carnival Dance from 7 to 10 p.m. This dance is for Conejo Valley 7th and 8th graders only. Admission is $10 and includes free pizza and a drink. Our summer program season is due to start the week of April 21st. A number of different classes in sports, art, dance, music, and computer science will be offered. These classes are offered usually 1 hour a week for 6 weeks. Register on our website. Our co-ed middle school volleyball league season is just about to finish. We have our playoff and championships tomorrow night. We'll host a county-wide alternative high school 3-on-3 basketball tournament on Friday, May 16th. We are also having a first aid workshop from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, May 17th. Our annual middle school fun run is also coming up on Wednesday, May 21st. We also have the Conejo Valley High School Field Day on Friday, May 23rd, in the morning, and our annual high school dodgeball tournament on Friday, May 30th, for only $1, and that will also include a barbecue and soda. The third annual Beauty and Fitness Expo is on Saturday, May 31st. This program is designed for teens, but all ages are welcome. There will be workshops, demonstrations, prizes, and giveaways. For more information about the fabulous Thousand Oaks Teen Center, try www.thousandoaksteencenter.com or call us at 805-494-5156. That's 805-494-5156. Or visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Thousand Oaks Teen Center. Thank you, and again, sign up for our summer programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan, and I would now like to call upon Commissioner Schooley to talk about item 5B on the agenda, which is the Thousand Oaks Library Teen Advisory League.
Thank you, Commissioner Boyajian. So first up, there's going to be a magician coming to the Thousand Oaks Library as well as the Newbury Park Branch Library. That will be Saturday, May 24th from 10:30 to 11:30 at the Grant R. Brimhall Library Community Room, and then from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. at the Newbury Park Branch Community Meeting Room. This is for all ages, so come see some cool magic tricks. And also, hear the incredible story of the youngest person in the world to climb Mount Everest and 7 different summits from the teen himself, Jordan Romero. Get his new book, No Summit Out of Sight, and his autograph. He will show some amazing photographs and inspire you with his tales. This program is free and open to the public, courtesy of the Friends of the Thousand Oaks Library. This will be Saturday, May 24th from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Grant R. Brimhall Library Community Room. Also this summer, there's going to be teen reading programs and kid reading programs at the library, so you could just drop on by anytime and sign up for those. And remember that since a lot of like tests are coming up and finals and APs and all that, you can always get homework help, tutors, and free tutors online at www.toaks.org/library. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Schooley. And next up, I would like to call upon Commissioner Lederer to talk about item 5C, which is the ASG or ASB portion of our meeting.
Thank you, Vice Chair Boyajian. This is a portion of our meeting where we would like to invite representatives from schools' ASG programs to tell us about what their schools are doing. So I would like to first invite Nicole Katz from Sequoia Middle School to tell us about what Sequoia is doing.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Nicole Katz, and I'm the ASB president at Sequoia Middle School, and I do have some exciting things to tell you about what's coming up in our very near future and things that we have done recently. Recently, we haven't had that many minimum days, but we are starting those back up due to STAR testing schedule. So those are coming up soon, and we'll have Uncle Chris's Italian Ice. And as well, on our very last minimum day, we'll have yearbook signing, where we distribute yearbooks, pass them out, get them signed, and we spend like a whole hour and a half of our day doing that, and then you get your Italian Ice, so that's exciting. We continually have our Fun Fridays. Most recently, we had our balloon stop for Cody, and our biggest Cody event so far this trimester is TAR, or we call it TAR, but it's the Amazing Race, and students from their homeroom classrooms, they get to pick activities they do, and they run around campus and complete riddles, and they have a space passport because the theme is space this year. So that's been going on this whole week, and it ends Friday. Also, we'll have our broadcasts coming back up again. Due to testing schedule, we weren't able to do them as much, but we're excited to get those started again because they're a really great and positive way to get the word out on our latest activities. For our Renaissance program, our Beach Bash is coming up, and that I believe is on May 22nd. And for students who qualify in Renaissance, they get the whole afternoon, I believe 2 hours, and we get to go in the field, and there's tons of inflatables and water slides and free food, and everybody tends to get pretty excited about that because you're out of class. Also on May 30th, we have our luau, and this year we're inviting 5th graders from the Conejo Valley elementary schools so they can kind of get a lay of the land of our campus and see what middle school is about and have an opportunity to participate in some school events. And lastly, a major portion of our third trimester is the 8th grade activities we have for promotion. The Hoedown is this month, where there's going to be different competitions like ice cream eating competitions. They're going to have a teacher who will get a pie in the face. You can donate money into their jars. And whoever raises the most money, they get a pie in the face in front of everybody. So that's kind of a tradition. Also, Magic Mountain's coming up, and qualifying 8th graders get to go on an all-day trip to Magic Mountain. Promotion dance is June 6th, with our theme being Dream. So that's going to be fun. Everybody's looking forward to that. We have, lastly, our promotion ceremony on June 13th, and students are currently trying out for speeches as well as national anthem singing. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Nicole. I would now like to ask Maxwell Walshaw to come up and tell us what Kalina Middle School is doing.
Good evening. My name is Maxwell Walshaw, and I'm the current Kalina ASB president. As the year is coming to an end, the new ASB classes have been selected, and there will be a spirit and sports class and a yearbook and Renaissance class. The election for next year's ASB officers is June 11th, and that's also the day where the 8th graders get to go to Magic Mountain for their activities day. On May 28th, Kalina is hosting 7th grade awards night for 7th graders who've gotten a 3.5 GPA all year, and on May 29th is the 8th grade awards night for 8th graders who have gotten above a 3.5 GPA all 3 years in middle school. And on June 6th, ASB is hosting our annual 8th grade promotion dance, but the theme is a surprise until you show up. And lastly, the 8th grade promotion is on June 13th, the last day of school at 10:15 on Friday morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxwell. Next, we'll have Kira Bird tell us about what Newberry Park is doing.
Hi. All of the stuff is basically about seniors because there's 25 days till graduation. So there's a lot going on with that. Seniors, pick up a request for your final transcripts in the front office if the colleges you're attending in the fall require them. Order forms for the graduation DVDs are in the front office right now. There are a few panorama pictures left if you want one for $30 and see Miss Barker in activities. Grad night tickets are now on sale for Magic Mountain. Tickets are $150 this week, but prices go up next week. Relay for Life is this Saturday starting at 12 o'clock and then ending Sunday morning. So if you're involved in that, please raise your $100 to stay past 10 o'clock. Leukemia Lymphoma Society is selling lollipops at lunch and after school on the 28th for donations for cancer. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof opens next Thursday and has shows the 15th, 16th, 17th, 23rd, and 24th. Tickets are $10, and I heard it's really good, so you should see that. And good luck to all of those taking AP and IB testing this month, because that sounds hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. That wraps it up for the ASG reports. Back to you, Chair Leone.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Lederer. So now we're going to move on to the project and discussion overview section of our meeting. So we will now move on to item number 6A, the Youth Master Plan and Implementation Timeline. So back to Commissioner Lederer to tell us more about that.
Thanks, Chair Leone. Our next youth implementation meeting is next Wednesday, which is May 14th at the Thousand Oaks Library in the community room at 6 o'clock. Next and last, so everyone please show up. We'll send out an email before to remind you guys, but please show up. This will be an important meeting, and it'll be good to see kind of all of our projects come to an end. I'd now like to ask each of the leaders of the subcommittees to tell us about what they're doing. So would Commissioner Cutler-Dye please tell us about the environment or the recreational team?
For the recreation team, we just finished our intergeneral sports expo, and senior experienced teams competed against youth teams in different sports events like soccer and swimming, and it was really successful and it was a really fun event, and thank you to everyone who came. And then we are also, after APs, we are hosting a stress-relieving dodgeball tournament on Friday, May 30th, and it's at the Teen Center, and you can register online at www.thousandoaksteencenter.com. And it's $1 per person, and it should be a really fun event, so we hope to see you there.
Thank you, Commissioner Cutler-Dye. I would now like to ask Commissioner Schooley of the environmental team to tell us about what she's doing.
So for our PSA, we kind of came up with a plan, and we're going to hopefully talk about it at the next and final meeting, and hopefully get it to go through and actually take action upon it. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Commissioner Schooley. Lastly, I'd like to ask Commissioner McGuigan of the drugs and alcohol team to tell us about what his team is doing.
Thank you. So we had our latest reality party on the 26th of April, and that went fabulous. We had crazy attendance, and everything went smoothly. And we have one upcoming on the 10th of May. If you can make it, it's in Calabasas, unfortunately, kind of far away. But if you're still interested, I'm sure we'll have a couple spots left. So please visit our website at www.straightupbc.com. That's all we got. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan. That wraps it up for the subcommittee reports. Once again, our next meeting is May 14th at the community room in the Thousand Oaks Library at 6 o'clock. So please, everyone, show up. Thank you.
Thanks again, Commissioner Lederer. So now we'll move on to item number 6B, the Youth Recognition Awards. So Commissioner Judd McGuigan is going to tell us about that.
All right, so we had our interviews for the Youth Recognition Awards, and we've selected our people who are receiving awards, or award recipients. And so they would have been invited to the event that is going to be held at the Share Forum Theater here at the Civics Arts Plaza on May 20th. 6 o'clock is when the doors open, and 6:30 is the start of the event. So I just want to remind everyone who's coming you're going to be dress as if you're going to meet a city council member, because you will be. Yes, and please RSVP if you haven't already.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan. So item number 6C is the City Internship Program. So Commissioner Brousseau is going to let you know how that's going.
The city is very excited to be hosting a high school internship program this summer in collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce and CLU. We're also very excited to have a number of businesses involved from many different sectors that are going to be hosting interns this summer for a 6-week period, guaranteeing each intern up to 20 hours a week of hands-on experience, plus a class on Friday about career options and how to pursue careers and things that you might not learn in high school. For students, if you're interested in applying, the application period is still open and it will remain open until next Wednesday, the 14th. We would be happy to accept your application. The application is very short and it's not tedious at all, so make sure to visit toaks.org/city for more information, and I would very much encourage you to apply because we're very lucky to have amazing internships for this summer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Brousseau. So now we're gonna we're gonna continue on to item number 7, which is our senior farewells. So anyone who came to give a report for their schools, you're more than welcome to leave now. It's gonna take a little while. We're just gonna briefly go across the board and say goodbye to each other and kind of do all this really nice emotional stuff. So, so we're gonna start down with Joelle, and what we're gonna do is. So we're doing the senior farewell because this is the last meeting of the year, and we have 3 seniors leaving, so it's our last, I guess, meeting on the commission. So we'll have the commissioners who aren't leaving just say only goodbye to the seniors, and then the seniors will say goodbye to everyone. So. Yeah. Yep. So I just start with one of you? Yep. And then everybody goes with Yep.
Oh, wait, are we doing... I thought it was one person does 3 and then we move on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, all 3.
Yes.
Your mic's on.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Alyssa. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that you were such a fantastic president. A lot of people may have underestimated you, but I seriously am going to miss you so much, and you were so useful with the therapeutic dance. Every single time I texted you 50 times asking you to do something, you always calmed me down and told me that everything was going to be okay, and hopefully next year the president will be able to do that with me because I'm super fun to handle when I'm stressed, and you did a great job at that, so thank you, and I hope you have a great time in Hawaii. Okay, so Matt, when I first got on the commission, I looked up to you a lot because first off, you have been close with my brother, and my brother had told me such great things about you, and they all turned out to be true. You seriously were like a role model my sophomore year when I was a little nervous to be on the commission, and I'm gonna miss your jokes and your happy attitude, and I hope you have a great time wherever you go next year. And George, Chico, okay. Okay, Jed, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Jed, because I totally I know the McGuigans, but I just messed up. Okay. Jed, you're so talented at everything you do. The photo booth at the therapeutic dance always looks amazing, and you're so good at working with all that photo stuff. And I'm really going to miss you because you've helped out everybody on the commission. You don't just do what you're assigned to do. You help out with everybody. And youth recognition was going so smoothly this year. The interviews were amazing. And I just think you're going to make a really great leader if you ever decide to do anything like that. And I hope you also have a great time wherever you go next year. Berkeley. Oh, go Berkeley.
Alyssa, you have been a wonderful chair this year, and I think that everything that you've done has gone really smoothly, and you've just help every single person, and you make everyone feel so invited, and it's been really nice knowing you on the commission. And Matt, you were also really inviting when I first came, and you were just always there and nice to talk to, and you'd always make everyone feel comfortable, and it was really nice getting to know you the past 2 years. And Jed, you're always really helpful with everything, and you just if anybody needs help, you're always there to do it. And I think everybody really appreciates that, and everything you do always goes really smoothly. And just thank you for your time.
All right, Alyssa. I remember the first time I met you was at our first televised meeting, and immediately you're kind of the person that like everyone really wants to be friends with, and I think everyone here can agree with that. And obviously, like when I first met you, I really wanted to be friends with you, and I'm glad that we became so close. No, really. You're like you're like such an interesting person, honestly. Like the way you dress and just like everything about you is really interesting, and I'm really thankful that I've gotten to know you, and you've been a great chair. And I'm really gonna miss you next year, and I really hope that we can continue our friendship. Yeah, maybe. So thank you, Matt. The first time I met you was at the youth summit, which was 2 years ago, before I was on the youth commission, and immediately you were definitely like a role model to me and somebody that I wanted to be in the future. And you definitely stepped up as a leader to me and welcomed me at the youth summit, and kind of you may be like the single reason why I am in the youth commission. And you definitely inspired me, and so I really thank you for that. And I definitely look up to you, and you've definitely led me through the youth commission, so thank you for that. And I really hope to continue our friendship in the future, and I'm sure we will. Jed, I met you first day at the televised meeting, and I really do look up to you, and if I could picture myself in a year, I think my best possible outcome would be something like you, and I really do mean that. And I really do look up to you, maybe more than anyone. And I really hope that I can be as successful as you are in a year. I wish that we had hung out more outside of youth commission, although I'm sure our friendship will extend even when you graduate, and maybe I'll meet you at Berkeley, hopefully. That'd be so cool. But really, you've just kind of been a big brother to me in the youth commission, and thank you so much, and I'm going to miss you.
Okay, so Jed, immediately when I came on the commission, you stood out to me as someone who was so hardworking and dedicated, and everything that you do it so perfectly, whether it's like your SAT or your ACT. Like, you're so smart, and that's so inspirational to me, and I hope that I can be as smart as you and as organized, so I just...
Not so much. Hopefully you're more organized than me.
Well, I just really look up to you and everything you do, and you're an amazing commissioner. Matt, immediately when I came on the commission, you welcomed me, and I remember on my first meeting, I sat next to you when I was a freshman, and I was so nervous, and you just like guided me through everything to do. It's like right when I came on, you welcomed me, and I think that made me realize that the youth commission is a really amazing thing, so thank you for that. You're also so like hardworking and just, I don't know another way to phrase it, like nice person. And you helped me, you just mentored me through whether it was the implementation, recreation, so thank you for that. And then Alyssa, not going to lie, when I first came on the commission, I was very intimidated by you, but really soon after we clicked, and I can honestly say that you're one of my best friends, and I look up to you like my big sister. You've been an amazing chair this year, and I think that everyone here can look up to you and take after you. So thank you not only for being an amazing chair, but also just guiding me, and I think my role model when I'm older. So thank you, Alyssa.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that I have this little book full of quotes, and I kind of picked out a quote especially for you guys. So I'm going to start with Alyssa. To be honest, you surprised me a lot. I was like, okay, that's cool. This is going to be chair, you know? Not in like a hurtful way, but you really surprised me. You stepped it up like big time, and you accomplished everything really well, and I'm really impressed by that you were able to really just, you know, work things out really well so quickly, just like it was no big deal, like, oh yeah, it's cool, I can, you know, handle this. And what I also really like that you do is you show up to everything, and I think that's really cool, because I'm like, oh, I should go to more events and things like that, but you're like at every event, and I really I think that's really cool. So my quote for you says, "Whatever your next challenge may be, do it well. Do it with tolerance and understanding of others, but do it with all of the drive, enthusiasm, and joy of life you have in you." So I hope that encourages you and that you really take that as like an advice and apply it to college. And I know you'll do well in college. Jed, I'll go with you next. I'm going to really miss having like to confuse both McGuigans. There's just going to be one McGuigan now.
We'll still call George Jed.
But I think you're really cool. Like, just cool. You're a really cool person. Like, I remember one time in the hallway, I saw you carrying a person, and I was like, what is he doing? And then I asked you, you're like, oh, it was his birthday, so I carried it into class. I was like, okay, that's cool, you know? But I think, like, just those little random things like that, it's kind of, like, funny, and it's really funny, actually, and I think it's just kind of what makes your personality. And I'm going to miss you a lot next year, and I hope that you do really well at Berkeley, because for someone to get into Berkeley, they must be doing something right. So, or a lot of things right, actually. So my quote for you is, "The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them." So I hope that you'll be able to, you know, create your path and just follow it straight. Whether there's obstacles, you just kind of jump right over them. Sweet. And Matt, finally, something that stuck out to me from you, about you, is that you're kind. And I don't, you know, you're very kind to me. I don't know you like extremely well, but I just think your kindness is something that really stands out. And I think that's a very admirable quality. I can't speak today. So I think that's something that's really important in people. Just be kind-hearted and just be accepting of other people, not judging them, but just, you know, accepting them for who they are, whether you don't necessarily agree with them or, I don't know. So my quote for you is, "Every new day begins with possibilities. It's up to us to fill it with the things that move us towards progress and peace." So I hope that you'll also take this into mind and consideration, and you'll just use your kindness as an advantage. And I hope you do well in college too. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm not really good at this. I don't know. This is kind of hard for me, whatever it is. But okay, so I'm gonna start. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start off with Jed. So when I was in 7th grade, Jed was ASB president. We both went to Redwood, and so Jed left. And when I was in 8th grade, I said I'm going to be ASB president just like Jed, and I was ASB president. And then I left, and so during that same year, when he was a freshman, and we both applied to get onto the youth commission, and I was like, oh, like, you know, let's see, like, if I don't make it this year, I can always try again next year. And we both said the same thing, and then we both made it on. And ever since, like, not only the two of us, but like the rest of the commission has grown, and like we've experienced so much, whether it be through commissioners, through different events, but mostly just like you can really tell like the way just you are every day, like your leadership, and like you stand out above others. Like I swear, like every single meeting I walk into, I come in and you're talking about school and how like you aced this test, or how like you're doing this, or like Abby said about the SAT score. It's like there's something positive in every aspect about you, and like you use your intelligence to such an advantage, and I know that will take you places. And like just remember that like it doesn't hurt to have fun once in a while. Just know that like I don't know, just be proud of your accomplishments, and like have fun in college, and continue to work hard, and don't forget to come back and visit, especially George over here. He's gonna miss you. Okay, so Alyssa, I'll talk about you next. I kind of have a lot to say about you. I remember when we first got on the commission, like, I don't know, we were okay. Everyone else, there was a lot of older girl, like not upperclassmen, but older members of the commission, and we were kind of like on the younger spectrum until this year when we were both upperclassmen. But I remember we clicked and we started talking, and we would hang out and do this, and we would spend outside time out of the commission, and not only outside but inside also. We just became good friends, and I know we butt heads sometimes, but I think that's because I see both of us within another, and like what I don't have you have, and what you have I don't have. And so I think that we use each other to our advantage for the most of the time, and I'm really proud of you for picking a path for college and following it, and just like, you know, you kind of were just like, oh, whatever, like what's gonna happen will happen, like I'm gonna go to school. But like you came up with an idea, and like I'm proud of you for following it and for sticking through it, and I know that you will be successful. And I know that just your personality and your poise and the way you lead your life every day will definitely take you places. And and so lastly, Matt has also been I'm hopefully next year will be my 5th year on the commission, and this is Matt's 5th year on the commission. And so I think we both share a similar experience in starting off, you know, like just trying to take on so many different events and everything, and then slowly, as we get older, to kind of stick with one and do it really well. And I think that Matt does a really good job of that. Like if you give him a task, like he'll do it, and he'll do it. Like, I mean, like some things will slide, but like, you know, that happens, and you really do persevere with all your things that you do. And I remember last year when you chaired the therapeutic dance, you had like, you did your interview for TO Today, and like you, just the way you spoke about like the attendance of the dance, it just in general was just really like inspiring, I guess. And I know that once you get to college, I know that we will continue to stay in touch. He's going the same place that my sister goes, so I will definitely be seeing you up there and back in TO as well. And I hope that you continue your journey in being a successful leader, and don't forget to come back and visit. And that goes the same for the 3 of you. So thank you guys so much for being our leaders and being our role model this year. It was definitely quite an experience, and you guys will be missed. So thank you.
Okay, I'm going to change up the order. I'm going to start with Matt. So Matt, you've been a great inspiration to me over the past 3 years, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that respect. Your confidence, humor, and positive attitude is contagious, and it reflects really well in everything that you do. I mean, like 5 years on the Youth Commission, that's like an incredible feat, and that like shows just how dedicated you are to things that you're passionate about. So keep up with that. And I really don't need to tell you to have a good time in college, because I know you're gonna have a great time, and hopefully we'll come up and visit sometime, play some multiple frisbee. So, next to Alyssa. Now, Alyssa, you've changed me in more ways than your hair color has changed in the past 4 years. You're like just the way you carry yourself. It's just, you know, it's such a great attitude, and I really admire that in you. You know, kind of like, I don't really care what everyone else thinks, so just do my thing and, you know, see what happens. So I think that's great about you, and you really will be missed. You did a fantastic job this year chairing the Youth Commission, and I think chairs in the future will like look at you as a role model in that respect. And then lastly, Jed. I really didn't get to know you that well, but I do wish you the best in college. No, but like all joking aside, you've been like a brother to me. And like often when I go carry about my daily activities, I'll see like random things that'll remind me of you. Like, gee, that kid in my house really looks like Jed, and or the kid who's driving me home all the time, that really looks like Jed. And so yeah, you've changed me in a lot of ways, and I'm really gonna miss you next year. It's gonna be really weird, being like an only child and having to like do things for myself. And you are like the single reason I'm on this Youth Commission. You're what showed me the Youth Commission. You told me which position to apply for, and really like just how to act. So I'm gonna really miss you next year, buddy. And hopefully we can keep in touch. And that's all.
So I get to follow the comedy act. That's always great. So I'll start with Matt. I have to say, it's been said a lot by almost everyone who's come before me, but that's really a testament to how true it is. You're amazingly nice and charismatic and optimistic and inclusive, and that's what made you one of the most welcoming commissioners when I first joined the commission. I think you were a role model to everyone that came because you opened yourself up, you said hi, you were talking to us. It was really welcoming and really nice. And over the years, it's just been great to work with you on so many different projects, and with the therapeutic dance last year, things like that. You've just been an amazing commissioner, and like George said, it's such a big feat to be on the commission for 5 years and to have accomplished so much in those 5 years. So I know that you're, like George said, I know you're going to have a great time at Chico, and I hope you come back and visit and hang out with us. So, Jed, you're extremely intelligent and extremely charismatic and extremely driven, and I know that's going to take you far. It already has, for that matter. Where's my notes? Oh, so I don't want to forget anything. So anyway, it's really been an honor working with you over the last 3 years. We worked on stuff together from the newsletter to Youth Rec this year to the therapeutic dance, and you've always been on top of things. And I don't know about organized. George tells me your room is a mess, but regardless, you've been a really great commissioner in terms of your drive and your motivation to make sure that everything you do gets done in the best way possible. And so, anyway, I know you're going to have a great time at Berkeley. My brother is there, so hopefully I'll be able to come up and see you, and we'll be able to reminisce about those days when you were on the Youth Commission and not doing amazing things at Cal. And Alyssa, I have to go with Jordan on this one. You way outdid yourself. This year, you did an amazing job as chair, and I think you just outdid yourself, and I think you blew all expectations out of the water. You were at everything. You were on time and ready to go and organized, and you sent out emails, which is something like the chair almost never does, and you you just really were on top of things this year. And I think that the reason that we had such a great year as a commission this year was because you were such a great chair. And so you were really a unifying force and tried to make sure that the Youth Commission was more than just 15 or 13 kids on a body this year, that it was actually a group of people who were working towards a common goal. And I think that showed. So I know you're going to have a great time in Hawaii, but don't forget California.
Hi. Okay. So if I start laughing uncontrollably, or if I stop talking randomly, it's not because I don't love you, it's because I'm a mess. Just disclaiming that right now. This is my first year on the commission, but actually I've had some development with all of you before my time on the commission this year. I'm going to start with Matt, actually. I remember before I was even on the commission, actually I think it was a year ago at the last meeting in 2013, I was just coming to the commission meeting, just sitting down, kind of getting a feel for what it was, because at the time I didn't even know what it was. I was just curious, and I remember, Matt, you just came over, and you wondered if I was an ASB person, but besides that, you were incredibly welcoming, and that's lasted to this year. With this being my first year on the commission, I felt totally welcomed by all the seniors, actually, but Matt specifically. He just radiated charisma, he radiated kindness, and just a lot of things you'd actually just find from a natural leader. So thank you so much. This first year on the commission has taught me a lot, actually. Alyssa, a lot of these people are saying that you outdid yourself as chair. Personally, I can't really say that because I haven't seen other chairs, but I know for sure that for all chairs to follow, you're going to be the bar. And I think the bar has been set high. You've done such a wonderful job this year. You've probably been the most fun person I've actually seen this year. And you inspire me to be more vintage with all your Instagram, with all your little things, all your little fashion things here and there. So thank you so much for that. And you'll be greatly missed when you go to Hawaii. Jed, I remember the first time I had any involvement with you was actually last year, Youth Rec. You were the one who announced me, and I remembered, that's a really cool-looking guy. I like his haircut. That was the first thing I thought about you. But when I actually met you this year on the commission, I don't really know what I was expecting, but you were one of the most genuinely kind people I've ever met. And unfortunately, kindness is something that is not always found these days, especially just in general. But you truly have shown that you are just a kind person, a nice person in general. And thank you so much for that. You taught me this year how to do the photo booth and therapeutic dance, and you were like a mentor. So thank you so much.
Okay, so it is I, Pete Martinez, talking about the seniors who I have known for a very long, long time. They know that since they were little people, little, I think middle school students, right? Middle school students. I'm going to start with Jed. Jed, what a guy you are. You are a real leader. I am proud of you. I'm proud to know you. I think you've done wonderful things for the Youth Commission in all these years. I admire your dedication, your spirit as a human being. You will go far, my friend. And I wrote a little tiny quick poem for you. It's a little quick. Jed is the guy that you can rely. You are strong and pure, and you will always endure. Thank you, Jed. Okay, now it's Alyssa. Alyssa, I have known you for many years, and we did the Community Teen Video Festivals together. And when you were on board, the first thing I noticed right away was your style, your grace, your presence. You're such a responsible person. You elevated that teen video festival to another level, and it was because of your charisma and everything about you that I admired. So, and everything else since then, I truly appreciate your hard work and dedication as a commissioner, but as a person too. Now comes your little poem. Alyssa, you are a shining star that's never too far. Your light will shine on all you meet. Knowing you has been such a treat. Thank you. Matt, what can I say about you, Matt? That's, well, a lot of things, Matt. So we don't have time because there's a lot of good things about you, young man. I've known you since you were a middle school student, yes, and I've seen you grow and develop into a fine young man, and I have all the confidence that you will be successful in your life and whatever you do. Just knowing you has made my life a little bit better. Seriously, Matt, come on. You are quite a guy. You're a true rock, and you're a great inspiration and a great role model for all the younger commissioners. I appreciate everything you've done, and I'll never forget you. Here's your little poem, Matt. Matt is the man who evokes, yes, I can. You got a style that lights up the room. May your life soar to great heights. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Thank you, commissioners. Job well done.
And I get to follow that. I didn't write poetry for you tonight. But a general thanks to the departing commissioners, to Jed and Matt and Alyssa. And thinking about tonight, I recently read a portion of another city's mission statement for their youth commission. And it said, the mission of the Youth Commission is to promote the development of responsible, educated, empowered, and self-reliant youth through promoting and facilitating an environment which nurtures and enhances the development of youth to reach their full potential, enable them to function in a multicultural society. And thinking about that statement, I think that each of you, through your years on the commission, have accomplished all of those. And now, for several years, this meeting, the last meeting of the year, I always say it's not my favorite youth commission meeting. And I'm saying that because I'm really sad that you're all leaving. But I must say that I'm really happy that you're taking the next steps in your future. And the service that each of you have provided to the community in the years is really invaluable. So finally, observing each of you as you have grown, for me it's been really rewarding. And so I'll talk about Jed first. And I want to thank you for the many good jobs that you've done with the commission. And one in particular, taking care of the photography at the 2014 Mardi Gras Ball this year. This year it was really great to have you in charge of the printer and the printing of the photographs, because you thought out all the processes and everything went extremely smoothly. And of course, I thought you were going to be out of the country, and I was really nervous because Francine was not going to be there the full time. And so I thought you were going to be at a soccer event, and I was actually greatly relieved and pleased that you were back in Thousand Oaks and that you could be at the Mardi Gras Ball. And also I want to thank you for bringing your accomplished youth photographer with you this year. Okay, Matt, like everyone has said, we've known you for 5 years. And next year's really, really going to be different without you here. and not seeing you here as a commissioner. And so long as you've been on the commission, you've been on here so long that even your hairstyle has changed from when you first came on. And in 2013, you helped make the therapeutic dance film feature and did an outstanding job. And I'm pleased that you really took the time to participate in that film, because that's a lasting process for us here in the city. And now, Alyssa, on to you. I'm so glad that you were chair this year. And in your position as this year's chairperson, you did a really first-rate job, top-notch. Your organizational skills kept us all informed and, if necessary, prompted. I appreciate that using your organizational skill set, and using that, you made Francine's job with the Youth Commission at least a little less stressful for her. So thank you for being a first-class leader.
Okay, so now we get to talk about you guys a little bit. I'll start for the 3 seniors. I'm going to bounce around a little bit. I'm not going to go in order. I'm going to start with Douglas. At the beginning of the year, I could not stop calling you Dennis, because I have a best friend from my class named Dennis.
At the beginning of the year only. Ooh.
Dennis, yay. And but seriously, I really think that you are the modern day Renaissance man. You act, you sing, you're brilliant, you volunteer, you're on this board. And you're a very special person, not to this commission, but to the community. You have so many great aspects to your whole being, and you're really going to go far, and I mean that truly. Just like I said, you're the Renaissance man. You can do it all. Who's next? George. George, you also are very brilliant, and you are extremely smart, and your organization and your drive inspires me to keep organized. And I actually have your contact in my phone is George the Awesome McGuigan, and and that's just because you're such an awesome guy, and you care about everything you do, and I try and take that into my personal life and my work life. And working with the community, I'm jealous of how much you care for things, and you have a really big heart, and that's a great quality to have, and never lose that. Hannah, you are a very talented gymnast, and even though I didn't get to know you very personally on this commission over the past 2 years, I've appreciated the time I've got to know you and learned how you work, because you're not the loudest on the commission, and you rarely speak in our meetings, but you work so hard, so incredibly hard, and it's amazing to see what you can accomplish. And I think as you get older and as you grow, you'll also see how much you can accomplish. And I encourage you to work with your peers on this commission, and work with your peers in your life and in school and whatever you do, because they can only bring you up, and you're going to go far on your own, but I would like to see you just expand, and because the possibilities are endless for you. Joelle, I have known you probably the longest out of most of the people on this commission, because I was friends with your brother for several years before I met you. I see many great qualities in you that your brother had, your organization, your dedication, but I think where your brother lacked in staying on top of things is what you bring to the table. You sent me countless emails and phone calls and text messages about the therapeutic dance this year, and you really kept everyone in line, and you kept everyone motivated, and you kept everyone happy. And I can't say anything else about you, because it's just I don't know where to go next, and the world is open to you. It really is, and I don't know what to say. I'm going through these. I don't know what to say. I'll get back to you. Abby, I remember the very first meeting, like you talked about before, and I could clearly tell that you were just shaking. You were very nervous. And I'm happy to see how you've grown into this commission seat. And you really have become a leader on this board and someone to, like, fear isn't a good word. Someone to be looked up to, someone who shouldn't be taken lightly, someone to be taken seriously. Yes, she's very in charge. And that's a great quality to have, because when people listen to you, you're so smart, and they'll listen to you, and it'll be the results you'll have at the end will be amazing. Keep on having fun on the commission. Keep on having fun in your life. I know you will. You're a great kid. I'm a kid too. You're a great person. And just keep on trucking. Who else? Courtney. Courtney, you're from my high school. You're from my area, and this is true. When you walked through the door on the very first day, there was just a radiance about you that I knew it was an aura of success. And I really feel that you keep that, and I continually see this bubble of success around you. And that's because you're so dedicated. If you ask Courtney to do anything, he will do it for you in a heartbeat, because he cares about his work and he cares about the people around him. And you have so much going on in your life that it shocks me that you take on all these projects. And the only advice I can give to you is take a breath once in a while, stop making all the great movies and things you do. And just kind of enjoy your senior year next year, because you deserve it. You really do. I know you're going to go full IB at Newberry, and I know how difficult that's going to be. But really try and just pump the brakes a little bit. Because then you're going to be gone next year too. Once you graduate high school, and you'll probably be out of the state at some Ivy League or going right to being a doctor or something. I don't know. But you're a great person, and I know you're going to succeed in life. And it's been a pleasure getting to work with you over these past 4 years. You've been on the commission, right? 3. Yeah. Jordan. Good start. Okay. So I haven't got to know you as much as the other commissioners this year, but I've appreciated the time I have spent with you. You kind of remind me of Courtney his first year, because you also have that kind of aura of success around you. Your book right here. Can I hold this up? Yeah. Her book right here says, her book of quotes says, "Seize the moment," and she honestly really does every time I see her. She's always prepared. She's always organized. She makes the 3 seniors who've been here for longer look like new people, new commissioners, because she always brings new ideas. She always brings fresh ideas, and they're always applicable to what we're doing. And I really feel that that's an important voice to have on the commission. And I want you to keep that voice throughout your life, and keep bringing new ideas to the table, and keep being successful throughout whatever you want to do through the rest of high school and college and whatnot. Allie. I've known Allie for a while now, and I feel like this year, our final year on the commission, we've really connected more and became better friends than the most previous years. And I think that comes from her chairing the therapeutic dance before me, and then me chairing the therapeutic dance last year. I think we kind of built a bond over that, because we both realized how much work we put into it, but we also both realized how rewarding it can be. And I hope you have a great senior year next year. You're a fantastic person. You are ASG president. You continually inspire me to be better for the people around me, because you always put other people first, and you always are very, you have a very strong opinion and a very loud voice about making sure other people are happy. And I feel like that's a very, very important quality to have. I've appreciated getting to know you over the past couple of years, and I hope that you are as successful as, I don't know, as successful as you can be, because you're the bomb. Who have I missed? Ryan. Okay, here we go. I want to say that Ryan is the little brother I never had, except for I have an awesome and amazing little brother in my house, but you're just an additional amazing little brother, because you're so fresh in your ideas, you're fresh in what you wear. I love your haircut, but you really just exude like kindness. You're a very kind person, and you work very hard, and I feel like your great strides in being a great person your intelligence gets overlooked by how great your personality is. I don't know what your plans are for your next years in college and stuff, but whatever you do, keep in touch, be successful, do your own thing, man, because don't listen to the haters, just do your own thing, because you're the best. Yeah. Jed and I were instantly friends when we were put on the commission together, because we both loved Ultimate Frisbee with a burning passion. And once we cleared that out of the way, we both I realized just how smart you were. You're incredibly intelligent, and you're so dedicated to all the things you do. I've appreciated getting to know you. I know we're going to stay in touch. It's not even a question. We're going to be like 2 hours away, so I'm sure we'll visit each other. But yeah, man, I mean, it's been a ride. That's all I can say. It's been fun getting to know you. Alyssa. So I was on the commission a year before Alyssa was on the commission, and she used to speak for Sycamore ASG, and that's ASB, and that's how I first got to meet her. And whenever I'd see her speak up there, and we're the same age, and so while I was up here and she was speaking over there at the podium for ASG, I thought she needs to apply for the commission. Like, we need her on this board because she's so confident, she's so stylish, she knows what she wants, and she's going to take it. And that's a very important quality that she has, and a very important quality that's been implemented into this commission. And you as chair, you've nailed it. You were a great chair this year, and I couldn't imagine this year going any differently than it has been. And I've really appreciated getting to know you as a person, and as a friend, and as a coworker. And it's been a crazy ride over these past couple of years. And now to the adults. Leanne, you've continually impressed me with your dedication and your heart you bring to this commission and all the other projects you do. Your work with youth, your work with seniors, and everyone in between, it really shows that you love what you do. And I aspire to do something in my life in the future where I love what I do, and I can wake up every morning and feel successful and feel happy and feel passionate and feel like I'm making a change in the world, because I'm jealous of you because you do that every day. And it's been great getting to know you. I've really looked up to you and how you handle yourself on the commission and working with all the different groups of people, and I thank you for being there in my life. Mr. Martinez, Pete Martinez, I've actually known you for 6 years, not 5 years, because I volunteered in 7th grade with the commission, so you're wrong. But I really, I love you, Pete. You said I was the man, but Pete, you're the man. I look up to you so much, and this is going to be difficult. You raise the bar every time I see you. You do things that continually shock me in good ways and impress me in very, very nice ways. And like I said about Leanne, you wake up every day and you do something that you love, and you make an impact on the world that's really positive, and it makes me really happy to see that people share that same ideals and ideologies that I have myself. And it's been great getting to know you. And I think, I don't know, there's been a lot of times this year where you said it, and you told me, you came up to me and you shook my hand and you said, Matt, I really look up to you. It's really great how you've changed and you've turned into this young man that I know. And I want to say that, like, I haven't seen you grow up or anything, but I've always aspired to be the man that you are, because you're the man. If I had a poem for you, it'd just be, Pete, you're the man. That'd be my poem. But truly, you, out of any commissioner, out of any male figure on this board, you've always been there for me, and you've always been that person I can look to, and I appreciate that, and I thank you. And now to Francine, because you knew it was coming. I've known you for 6 years also, ever since I was in 7th grade, when I'd come and give my reports for my school. And even though my mother is sitting in the background, you've honestly been like a second mom to me, because, I don't know what to say. You've inspired me, and I want to continue our friendship and stay in contact with you, because you run marathons. You're such a great person, and you run marathons. That's awesome. But we'll talk later when I'm not sad. But I love you, Francine. You're the best. We'll talk later. Okay, cool.
Okay. I'll try and hold it together as long as Matt did, but no promises. Yeah, so I'm not quite as good at this as my brother is. He's more comfortable speaking than I am, but I'll do my best. So I guess I'll just start off with just saying how much, like, the youth commission meant to me. Just getting involved high school year is probably one of the best things I've ever done. I still don't know how. I don't even remember applying to the youth commission, to be honest. I don't remember how I heard of it. I have no idea. I know I did the Youth Recognition Awards, and that was awesome. And I remember JJ. He was like the coolest kid at my middle school. He had his afro, and that was probably one of the reasons I applied. But yeah, I'm really glad I did. I honestly don't know how I got involved, but I'm so glad I did. I remember I was doing my college apps. When I was doing my college apps towards the end of last year in the winter, I just get really angry and frustrated when it said, I'm sure, listen, Matt can appreciate this, when you look and it says, describe your extracurricular activities, and it gives you like 100 characters to write for like something you've been doing for, most of your high schow career. And this is one of them. I couldn't fit any, I can only fit like a few things into this 100 character limit, and just, it bugged me so much. And it made me realize how much we do and how much of an effect we make, and it's just really awesome. So now I'll go on to people, which is going to be even harder. All right, so I'll start with Joelle. So Joelle, I remember I was super excited when you got onto the commission, just because, I like Sean so much, and I knew you guys came from the same family. You guys are, and you. I was hoping you'd be just as awesome as Sean, and you were. It's been awesome, having you on the commission. I was really worried that you, like that. Not like this has nothing to do with you. It's just that we had so many Newberry Park people and so many girls in the commission. I was super worried that you wouldn't get on, but I was so glad you did. And I think this year you've done one of the best jobs I've ever seen of anyone hosting an event with the therapeutic dance. It was flawless. There was no problems besides the annual balloon drop, but that that has to happen every year, or else it wouldn't be the therapeutic dance. But yeah, I remember also when you applied for the Youth Recognition Awards, and you would come in with your resume and about your bird work. That was great. I love you're the only person with a resume I think I've ever had come into the Youth Recognition Awards, and I love that. And it really shows how how passionate, like, you really learned about how passionate you were about what you were doing at the time, which was that work with the birds, and now work with the therapeutic dance, getting everything done. It's just really great. Oh, okay. Hannah, So this year, I've really seen you break out of your shell, really develop as a commissioner and leader. Because I know everyone's saying you're still quiet, but I've definitely seen you, like last year you're really quiet, which is your first year. I mean, I was too. But this year you definitely, you just, gained so much traction as a leader, and you've taken on so many roles, and it's just really awesome. It's great to see, that kind of thing within the commission and seeing how it really helps people, develop. And it's great. So Ryan, you're one of the nicest people I met. I'm so glad I met you. I really, I always think I wish you went to my school, went to TO with me, and that, as you said, that we could have hung out more. And you're just one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Just the things you accomplish, and how you never say anything about it. You really have to find out for yourself. Like how I just learned that Ryan wrote a book when he was in middle school and donated all the profits to a charity. And just one of the most amazing things I've heard, and I can't believe, you really have to dig deep with Ryan. He won't tell you what he's accomplished. You have to find out for yourself. And that's one of my favorite traits in any kind of person, just having the trait where they're humble, that you have to really get to know them, and then you feel like your friendship just really develops. And I really hope that, you come to Berkeley next time, or when is it, a year and a half? I know you'll get in. It's just a matter of whether you get into a school that you like more, but, I'm going to be your biggest advocate. Abby? I like to talk. I'm surprised at how I'm holding us together, actually. All right, I'll try and go faster, but... All right, so Abby, I remember the first year you came onto the commission, we were at our first meeting, we were deciding, or it was our second meeting or something, we were deciding who's going to be chair of everything, and I remember you volunteered to be chair of the therapeutic dance in, your first year there. And I thought that was the most awesome thing, especially with your background with this kind of event and how much it means to you. And I really hope that you kind of continue, pursuing what you really love. And I think that's definitely the best thing you can do in life, is to not go after the things that you think will, look the best, or, other people think is the best, but the things that are most meaningful to you. And I think, that's kind of just general advice, but I think that's awesome how you're already doing that. All right, I'll come back to the seniors. Jordan. Jordan, is really incredibly kind and genuine, and she's so calm under pressure. And if you think that someone's gonna get frustrated, or if Jordan's in these situations where you think she would get really frustrated, but she holds it together, and she's so great at problem solving, especially with this year with the. Where I sat in a lot of your meetings for the implementation plan, and your ideas were so creative. You're really great team worker. You really worked well with your group, and as a leader, you just embody the perfect traits, and I think you're going to do great. So it's been awesome. Allie, I've known you since, as you said, seventh grade. We kind of took this journey together, even though we're in separate grades. We've always kind of been in contact with in these kind of leader, orientated things with ASB and now this, and it's just been awesome to kind of develop with you as a volunteer and leader. And I think what you're doing is amazing. I think it's awesome that you're doing ASB still. I couldn't do ASB with high school. It was too much for me, but I think that's awesome how you're able to, continue that. And next year, being ASB president, I wish you all the luck, and, I think you're going to do great. Jordan, I'm not ready to say bye to you yet, so I'm going to do that later. I'm going to do that at the end of summer. I don't want to say that now. Okay, so Courtney, I think Courtney is one of the most responsible, diligent people I've ever met. I mean, some of the things that Courtney does within the commission and outside the commission would be amazing for someone, in their graduate studies at college. I mean, I remember when I got my Facebook, beginning of end of last year or something, I don't know. But I remember I was looking, because I was really into it, so I was looking at, I wasn't stalking you on Facebook, don't worry. Huh? Yeah, I was very late. But Courtney, I remember seeing all the stuff that you're doing over the summer in it was Boston, right? And the work you're doing there, and then the work you're doing with the YNG, how you kind of go from this meeting almost directly to that meeting sometimes. And I think that's just amazing, your commitment to what you want to do and how you want to do politics, right? Government, something like that, right? And that's what I'm taking away from it. But I think that's awesome how you're already doing it. Douglas. Douglas, it's been awesome to meet you this year. I think you really transformed, within the commission, you really transformed the publicity. I think it's awesome that we've always kind of struggled getting, stuff out on Facebook or, let alone now Twitter and Instagram, I think, right? I don't even have Twitters or Instagram. I don't know what they are, but I think that's awesome that you're, creating more awareness for the commission, because I think we're doing everything. The biggest problem we have is just getting out what we're doing or what we're offering, and that's publicity, and you're really taking that upon yourself, and I think that's really great. And how much I remember when I was doing your Youth Recognition Award speech, the extracurricular stuff you're doing within your school and within your theater group, I think is really great, and how you kind of combining your interests within, like, your own personal interests with your volunteer work. I think that's awesome. Pete, I've known Pete for, throughout my teen center years, and then now through Youth Commission, and I think it's been awesome because I've always had that. Pete's kind of been my familiar face within my volunteering activities. He definitely my go-to guy for volunteering guidance, and I think, Pete, besides volunteering, Pete is the most interesting man in the world. You think you know Pete and you know his stories, but then he'll come out and say, "Oh, I hit 3 home runs at Dodger Stadium, or I hit a home run at Dodger Stadium," and that's, just these great stories. And I think you're awesome. You remind me a lot of my grandpa with the stories thing. I think that's really why I connected with you. Don't worry, not appearance.
That's all right.
Leanne, I think I've with the Mardi Gras ball this year, I think that's when I got to know you the best and what you do. I never realized how much you do within our community with the employment services. And I remember meeting this guy who was previously homeless, who I'd actually seen before at other volunteering events. I don't remember his name, but I've seen him around all the time, and he just, this perfectly normal guy, but he kind of told me his story, and actually it wasn't him, it was someone else who was telling me how you basically transformed this guy's life from, living, on the streets to now owning a car and an apartment, and, I think that's amazing. That's one of the greatest stories I've ever heard, how you've had that much impact on. This is only one person I met. I haven't even met the rest of the people that were involved in the program, but that was amazing. And then your work with, just awesome. Okay, so I'll get to the seniors now, and then I'll come back to Francine. So Matt, as you said, I remember when I first joined the commission, I instantly became friends with you. We really just clicked with the Ultimate Frisbee thing, other Super Smash Bros. It was just, we definitely got along really well. As I said to Ryan, I really wish, we'd have gone to the same high school and hung out more out of school. And I remember one of the most fun things was actually when we went to Coffee Bean after, I think it was the, what was it? The video screening or something. Yeah, it was after the video awards or something, but it was me, you, Sean, and Hannah or something, and that was just great. And that was kind of when I saw those seniors leaving as well, and I just thought, I don't know, I didn't really appreciate how hard it was saying goodbye to everyone. But so I'm going to really miss you next year, but I will definitely come and visit, because, as you said, we're going to be really close. Alyssa, I think one of the most amazing things about Alyssa is her personality and how she doesn't change herself for anyone. Alyssa's mentality, which is, this is not derogatory in any way. This is one of my favorite things. It's just that take me as I am, basically, and I'm not going to change for you or for anyone else, and just how you're your own person. And actually, I think your personality is great. And I think you're a really great friend and an awesome chair. I think you've done so much. And then, I think it's awesome that you're going to Hawaii and, pursuing that kind of not the traditional college route, how you're going, enjoying the first 2 years and then moving on is it fashion?
Yeah.
Yes, fashion. So, thank you so much for all the work you've done this year. Francine has definitely been the most influential person in my high school career, and it's not a lie, it's so true. I mean, with Youth Commission volunteering, that's just kind of the surface of it, but the lessons you taught me with life and just how to, not just work, but just life in general, just been amazing and influential, and how you're so caring of what you do. You don't do it, you don't do it for the money or for anything like that. You do it because you love it, and you do it when I come, to your house at like 8 o'clock, an hour before, and I have to submit the scholarship or something, and I'll be like knocking at your door, asking you to sign something, and it's just been so great. And yeah, that's not advice, by the way. It's not meant to be taken as advice. But yeah, I mean, I know you always say how the seniors, how you're skeptical of me visiting, but I'll definitely be back. I promise I'll be back, and I'll definitely come to visit everyone. So thank you to everyone. It's been really fun, and yeah.
All right. So, how quick do we have to? Okay. All right. We'll go quick. No, I'm just kidding. So I'll start with Joelle. So Joelle, wow, you are Superwoman. Yeah. No, it's on. Okay. You got a little annoying. You stressed me out a little bit. You're very on top of things. I mean, you text me all the time, always wondering, what about this? What about this? But I couldn't admire that more about you. It's something that I lack, and you helped keep me really balanced with the events you ran this year because you're just so awesome and on top of things. And you're really funny too. In the beginning of the year, I didn't know you as well, but as I got to know you, I was like, this girl's really funny and she's really fun, and it's not just organization. You showed me that you can have fun at the same time and running a million things through your head and still laughing and smiling. So that's really awesome. I love you. Hannah. So Hannah was, like everyone else was saying, was very quiet in the beginning of the year, but honestly, I think everyone else saw it too. You just had this like point where you just kind of blossomed and you found your voice and you found yourself, and you even came with, there was no more bun from gymnastics. You came with your hair straightened and you looked really pretty, and all of a sudden you just had all this stuff to contribute, and I was like so proud of you. And I think that you haven't even finished that process yet. You have a lot of great stuff to come, and I'm really excited for you to stay on the commission. So Ryan, you have mad style, and I just more than anything admire your confidence. I think it's something that a lot of people lack, and I think it's really awesome that you do your thing and you own it. And like everyone else said, you almost forget how intelligent you are because you have such an awesome personality, and a lot of times the two don't go hand in hand, so you forget about something and you'll talk to you for like 10 minutes and be like, wow, this guy's actually really smart too. So like you said, I hope we can stay friends in the future. I think you're really cool. And maybe. Ooh. Okay. So Abby, we've developed a really special bond over the commission. Over the last year in the commission. And my favorite thing about you is that if I were to see you around campus at school, you would never be the type of person that I would think to go and talk to or be friends with. But you've really opened up my eyes and shown me that, like, I can like someone who's completely different than me, and I love you. And I care about you so much. You're like a little sister to me, and I'm really glad I met you this year. Sorry. I'll just keep going. I won't skip the seniors. Jed, you are awesome. I mean, you're so smart, and you have like, every time there's something to do and it needs to get done, I know I can go to you and count on you. You're super reliable, and you're on top of things. You have all your stuff together, and you have fun too. You're not just some kid who studies their butt off all through high school and gets this amazing 4.6 GPA and a 2100 on the SAT or whatever you got. You're also this really cool and cultured, fun guy, and I think that's really admirable that you can be so well-rounded. So Matt, we've been friends for a long time. I love you as like a person, as a brother too, and I think we butted heads a little bit over the past couple of years in the commission, but I remember all the really good times we had when I first got on the commission, and you showed me, you were my mentor. I mean, you showed me the ropes. You introduced me to the older kids and made them think I was cool and stuff, and I really love you, and I think that you're going to go far, and I know that we'll keep in touch. So, Jordan, you seem really shy and quiet, but you've got a fire inside you, you know? you have so many great ideas, and I think the one thing that you lack is confidence to make those ideas happen, but I'm telling you, like,
you have these great ideas, and you have so much potential, and you're so like naturally pretty and just elegant and poised, and I love those things about you. I wish that I had some of those things. So I'm really glad that we got to know each other this year. I think you're a really cool person. Allie, we've been friends for a really long time. I really liked what you said. I think that you really hit it on the head. We kind of were great as friends, and we have what each other doesn't have. And so I think that makes us angry sometimes, and it makes us butt heads because we're like, oh, why don't I have that and they have that? But when it comes down to it, we balance each other out, and I'm really glad you were my vice chair this year. I couldn't have asked for someone to do a better job, so I know we'll stay friends in the future. George is a little fireball. He's awesome. He makes me laugh. I mean, anything he says, he'll make it sound like it's a joke and it's not even funny, and I just laugh anyway because he's so cool. But he's also really organized, and I don't doubt that you're just as intelligent as your older brother, and that you're also going to go really far because your family is crazy great. So love you, man. Courtney, most people would comment about your organization and your professionalism, but I'm just going to say you have the greatest skin I've ever come across in my whole entire life. It's beautiful and it's glowing, and that just is on top of the fact that you're super smart and driven and everything else. So, and you're funny too. You were a hard one to crack, but once I cracked you, you were funny.
But it still was hilarious.
I tell you all the time. Do you not get that a lot? Do you get that often? Okay, well, he has beautiful skin. Douglas, you're really spunky and funky, and I really like you. Me and Abby went to see Douglas in his performance at Conejo Players Theater. He was Aladdin, and I've never seen an Asian portray Aladdin before, and I didn't think it could be done, but you did it, and you did it really, really well, and it showed me like this whole other side of Douglas that I didn't even know was there, and I'm really glad that I got that kind of insight into your life. And I think you're really cool, and I hope you stay on the commission because I think you could do really good things. Okay, so Pete, you're just really awesome. I don't even know what to say all around. I mean, I got to know you through the Conejo Teen Video Festival, and everything you do, you do it with such poise and such like calmness. I don't even know how you stay so calm all the time, but you keep everything under control, and you genuinely care, and that's really amazing to me, and you don't find that often. So I'm really glad to have worked with you. You're keeper. Leanne, you're just spunky. I like you because you're sassy just like I am, and I think we've really bonded this year over that. And the thing is, you're very quiet, so people don't think that you're listening in on everything, but you got your eye on everyone, and you're really involved on the commission, and it's cool to have a leader from the senior community too, who's so interested in getting so intertwined with the youth, and I love your ideas on the future and how you want to maybe have a collaboration between your senior commission and the youth commission. I think that's a really great idea, and it's awesome that someone like you could have such a passionate drive to be involved with our youth still. So that's really, I love you. Francine, I think the problem with the world today is that a lot of people, everyone has a job, everyone does the job, but the thing is you just add so much to every single thing you do in your life, and the world can use more people like you because you genuinely care about everything that you do so much, and it makes you happy to do it, and you don't see that anywhere. And so you're not only like an inspiration to me as a professional, but also just you're like one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. And you inspire me a lot, and I just want to thank you too for always believing in me, because I didn't always have too many people doing that, and you're always pulling for me, and I didn't think that I could ever be chair, so I want to thank you because you, like they said, you're like a mother to us on the commission, and I'm really going to miss you. So, are there any commissioner comments? Douglas?
I just want to announce really quick that just like the Youth Commission hosts the Youth Summit, where we talk a lot about what we're going to do in the future concerning youth, in general, we have for the city this thing called Vision 2064. 2064, as in 50 years, it will be 2064. It's 2014 now. So we really want to have more youth coming to the Vision 2064 meetings, and you can find more information on the city's website, which is www.toaks.org/vision2064. Again, that's www.toaks.org/vision2064. Or you can join Mind Mixer and blog your ideas for our future, or you can even call Francine Sprigel at 805-381-7362. Thanks.
Okay, are there any, Commissioner Brousseau?
First, I just think as commissioners, we should take a second to just think about how much we've accomplished this year as a commission. I think it's been a really great year. That's not to say that there isn't still a little bit left to go, but I think we did a lot as a commission this year, and I think we all played a huge part in making sure that the year went smoothly. And again, Alyssa, you did an amazing job of making sure that our effort was united. The other thing I'd like to remind all juniors that the application for the city internship program is still open, and I would really encourage you to apply. You can find the application at toaks.org/city.
Commissioner Stein?
I have two commissioner comments. The first commissioner comment I wanted to say was I'm 18 years old now, and the Youth Commission has been a part of my life for 6 years, and so that's a third of my life. And one thing that I forgot to mention was this board is really like a family, and I want this kind of as a general message for everyone here. Treat each other with respect, but more importantly, treat each other as a family, because the connections you make here are really connections you'll have forever. And secondly, my commissioner comment is like our Facebook page. For the last time I get to say this, but go on Facebook, find us, Thousand Oaks Youth Commission, and like our Facebook page to get notices and updates and all our great things we do in the city. Thank you.
Are there any more commissioner comments? Commissioner Martinez.
Yes, I wish we had time to thank all the other commissioners individually, but we don't. So I'm just going to say, for Leanne and I, we want to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, your true dedication. You're sincere to make Thousand Oaks a better place for teens and for the people who live in the community. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of sacrifice. Many hours and feelings go into it, but it's all worth it, as you all know. So we're very proud of you. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done, and we wish you all the best. We want you to have a very fun and productive life and a great summer. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Was there one more commissioner comment?
I was just going to say, if anyone's watching this, Youth Commission applications are due on Friday. Well, you can probably Thursday would be better, but Friday would also work. So I encourage everyone to apply for the Youth Commission because it's a great program.
All right. Is there any more comments? Okay, there being no more comments, the last meeting of the Thousand Oaks Youth Commission for the year is adjourned at 7:58.